Because His hand is on my life. Because His hand is on my life. I'm in love with Jesus. He's in love with me. That's why He is.
Yeah. I've been trying to stay optimistic. Honestly, I'm conflicted. Not the type to hold grudges is tough, but that's my conviction. Yeah, I learned how to function, but we still got some questions. Struggle to understand why you stopped at adoption clinics. Why would you dodge commitment? I know I promised forgiveness, but where did my father go? See, that still bothers my sister. Tell me, did you care when you dropped this off in the system? I get it. You was a kid trying to do it all without vision in life. It's never easy. You did what you thought was best. I'm just fitting emotions to get it off of my chest. Understand why you left underwater, holding my breath, only hoping one day to meet you. I kept it close to the vest. It's life. Yeah.
You'll be where I go. You know everything. All there is to know. So I'll trust you. I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll trust you.
Life is never easy. You did what you thought was best.
Yeah, I'll trust you. I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll trust you. I'll trust you.
While I was thinking of you, you were searching for me. Turned out to be a pastor, I speak in church every week. Married and I'm successful, I'm streaming shows on TV. Wrote a book with my story to share my personal grief. Tragedy and the triumphs, God's purpose for me. My parents raised up a lion, the kind of person to be. Jesus came and He found me through all the curves in the street. And for once I could see the logic in all my adversity. Now, really thankful, grateful for what you did. I can see God's hand was in it, the life that I came to live. I can see the plan was bigger, it's love that I came to give. And I'm not damaged or bitter, I'm walking across the bridge. I seen cost of redemption, I seen the cross in the grave. Looking off in the distance, cause I'm no longer a slave. Got me writing my story, recording all of my days. So I give Him all of the glory today. Bless His name, yeah.
You'll be where I go. You know everything. All there is to know. So I'll trust you. I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll trust you.
Life is never easy. You did what you thought was best.
Yeah, I'll trust you. I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll trust you. I'll trust you.
I think God's doing something. You see a consistent thread of surrender that leads to a greater connection to God intervening in our lives. And as you surrender, your story is able to connect to His, and it leads to a greater story. When your story connects to God's story, it leads to a greater story.
Get that camera on them. Come on. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. He heard my and he did regrow. Woo! As long as I live and troubles rise. Oh yes, I hasten to his throne. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. He heard and he did regrow. Well, as long as I live and troubles rise. Oh yes, I hasten to. Now y'all help me say this. Help me say this. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. There, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Oh yes, was blind, but now I see. Anybody know about that amazing grace? How sweet the sound, hey, that saved the rest. Yeah, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Oh, yes, was blind, but now I see. Oh, Father, I stretch my hands to thee. Come on, stretch them up. Come on. No. Come on, let the world see you lift them if thou withdraw thyself from me. Oh, whether, oh, whether, oh, well. Oh, Father, I stretch my hands to thee. No other help. If thou withdraw thyself from me. Oh, where shall I go? Well, I love the Lord. I love the Lord. I love the Lord. Oh, yeah. I wonder, can I get one witness? I wonder, can I get one witness? Anybody here love the Lord? Has it been good to you? Has it been good to you? You and you and you. Food on your table, clothes on your back. Oh, yeah. Shelter in the time of storm. Shelter. Does anybody love him? Come on, lift your hands. Does anybody love him? Come on, church. Does anybody love him?
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Right.
All right, y'all. Welcome. You know that it's Wednesday. It's 3 p.m. and it's time for Ask Elaine. And we just appreciate you being there so very much. Thank you. Those who've tuned in on AM, FM, and then those who are right here with us, watching us on the Glory Live, we appreciate you. And we appreciate the very fine folks here at this wonderful historic station who keep it going for our community. We don't have a whole lot of avenues for communication, but we want to salute WDDO for keeping our voices out there and for allowing us to have different voices during the week here on DDO. So thank you. Randy Crawford has already joined us, and we're going to have to give him a special early bird gift because he's always right there early, and we appreciate that. If you'll hit like and share to remind people that Ask Elaine is on, this is the place. This is your weekly news and information program hosted by your voice, former commissioner, now water commissioner Elaine Lucas. And it's a pleasure to serve you, and it's a pleasure to have you there. We're going to have two very, very special guests today. And these are folks that are no strangers to any of you. They should not be. They were on 2 weeks ago, and uh, were able to work their schedules so that they could come back today and we could finish our conversation. We had so many hot topics going on 2 weeks ago until we wanted them to come back. One is none other than Reverend Dr. Henry Fickling, minister, executive director of the Mayor's Office of Community Affairs, newly elected school board member. He's just a retired educator, just on and on and on. There are so many accolades that we could lay on him because he has truly served this community, and we are fortunate to have him trying to help resolve some of the issues with our children. Welcome, Dr. Fickler.
Thank you so much for having me, and certainly accolades need to go to you for continuing this avenue to our community over the years. I remember when you first started, and now you are celebrating which year?
It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years, and that is just tremendous because I think our community has been uplifted, and those who really want to know what's going on are now able to get on and find out some of the vital kinds of concerns that are in our community. And I certainly appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I salute you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Our other guest is on his way. It's none other than Herbert Leroy, the middle name Leroy. Did not, he'll correct us when he gets in here. But Denard, former water board member, former board of tax assessors member. Sometimes we forget that he was on the board of tax assessors too. And
Publisher.
Yes, publisher, founder of the Georgia Informer, which is now the Middle Georgia Informer, and just an icon in this community, truly Black history. And so the studio is filled with Black history today. We want to congratulate all women on Women's History Month. And if you missed Black History Month, because it's the shortest month. Mm-hmm. If you missed it, you can still celebrate just like we do year round. But we will have none other than Herbert Denard to join us just as soon as he gets here. We want to welcome Pastor Lisa. Sherry Shannon Miller is with us, and we want to express just warm feelings to her. First of all, her mom celebrated her 90th birthday at the Elaine Lucas Senior Center on Saturday. It was a beautiful occasion. The decorations were just wonderful, and everything they served everybody a delicious meal. There were just so many things, and the tributes to her mom is Ray Jean Shannon. They were extraordinary there in the Senior Citizen Center. And those of you who have a chance, drop by the Senior Center to see what they have to offer. And you can also see a plaque that's just recently been posted, which has a listing of all the folks who were serving at the time that the Senior Citizen Center was put together and came into fruition. And so let's see who else. Dr. Butler is with us. My sister Nita is here. Pastor Lisa, Sherry Shannon Miller. Let's see who else has joined us. Kimberly Houston is with us. Welcome. Good afternoon. Desmond Brown, my partner in crime.
My student.
He has a wealth of information on that water board, and he's been so helpful to me in getting up to snuff, on some of the issues. And Dolores Brooks did that for me when I ran for city council.
You really
She was
need
there.
someone. You really need someone to help you when you get on a board, because it seems like they try to keep stuff from you. They don't want you to know when you come on.
They really do.
And if you don't know what questions to ask, there's no one who partners with you to say, "Let me help walk you through and let you know some things that you need to know." And so I know you appreciate Desmond.
I really do. I
certainly appreciate him being down there on the Water Authority.
Yeah. He's a go-getter, and he blows that whistle. And the media has started to find out about a lot of the things that we are discussing, things that people want to hide. They want to disrespect you. They want you to get up from your seat when committees change and stuff. They it'll freeze over before I get up. I was duly elected, and Desmond feels the same way. So any of the rest of them that want to get up and leave their seats vacant or whatever, they can do whatever they want to do. But I think last time I looked, we were fully grown.
Yes, indeed.
Fully grown. And that says a lot. Let's see. Did we miss anybody? Henry Randy Crawford.
Randy was on here.
Yeah. Y'all please press like and share.
And Randy is getting ready on this Saturday to celebrate the 5th memorial service for Dr. Ronald E. Terry with a wonderful concert there at the church at 4:00. And we want to make sure we get that in so that people can come out, because Reverend Terry was such a tremendous citizen in our community and all over the United States for music that's known as being I think he was just the epitome of an organ player. And I think that it is good that they have decided they want to go ahead and celebrate. This has been 5 years. It don't seem like it's been 5 years to me.
This is during Cherry Blossom too. And Reverend Terry, for the longest time, served as a member of the board,
executive board of the Cherry Blossom.
And he was one of the ones that convinced a lot of our folks.
That's right.
I mean, by our folks, I mean black and brown folks who were sitting up, their tax money going into support the Cherry Blossom event, which started out as a week, but now it's up to 2 weeks now. But he was one who served, and he said, "Y'all gonna bring some acts in here for the entire community.
Yes, indeed.
And y'all are gonna encourage other folks, everybody to attend these events."
Yes, indeed. And it's at his behest that we have the kind of community relationship with the Cherry Blossom that we have. And we want to certainly thank Randy and his brother Ricky for heading up this celebration. I know that the church is all a part of it, but and we want to invite the whole community out to come and just be reinvigorated with the kind of music that Dr. Terry gave us.
And he, for the longest time, headed the gospel music workshop.
Yes, he did. Yes, he so many musical accolades.
He could make an organ talk.
Yes, indeed.
An organ would talk. Reverend Terry. I mean, he was sensational, and it's always good to see. Legendary is right, Pastor.
And that is
Lisa.
At 4:00 Saturday, March 22nd, at the church. And we want the whole community to come out and just be a part of listening to that wonderful music.
Yeah, the Martin Luther King board, I'm sure, is going to be represented there, and that would be one of the events that would be sanctioned. And supported under the Martin Luther King board. And so we are just very, very happy to try and attend. We'll try and get there, and then slip out and go attend some other
Yeah.
things. And then you got the Cherry Blossom Parade on Sunday
Oh yes. Uh-huh.
in
And
the evening.
it's a lot of things going in,
Lot.
and I met the coach of the football team. They're going to be playing at Henderson Stadium Saturday as
The
well.
Rampage.
I think
Is
that's what,
that the
yeah, the
name of the
Rampage, yes.
semi-pro?
Yosemite
Yeah,
Pro, yeah, and
yeah.
they and that's a Saturday event. So there's a lot on
It's
Saturday.
a lot. So if you're sitting there talking about what is there to do,
Dude.
you know, y'all make me sick when you talk about there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do because you choose not to do anything. That's why a lot of people end up not being able to move and they hurt and all of that because you don't use that energy that you have to get out, you see people with walkers and all kinds of stuff doing everything.
Oh yeah,
They get out and they keep moving, and that keeps you here longer.
much longer.
Yeah. So we encourage you on Saturday to please attend the tribute gospel program for the late Reverend Dr. Ronald Terry. It will be at New Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church. And what's the time, Reverend?
At 4 o'clock,
At
and
4.
then on Sunday, following up at 10:50, Reverend Jerry McAfee is going to bring the message. He's from New Salem Baptist in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and that's where Reverend Terry was pastoring at one time in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And
so what's the excuse? And all of these many activities that are going on. If you want to find out what all of the activities are, the Cherry Blossom Festival has a site, a Facebook site, and a web page, and you just simply Google Macon Cherry Blossom Festival, and you will get an entire list of all the activities by dates. And there's some specials, some very inexpensive specials that are included as a part of Cherry Blossom this year. The weather is beautiful outside. The cherry trees, whether you like them or not, they are very pretty. And so you need to get out. During the week, there's free ice cream.
Oh yeah,
there are dog
Street
races
Park, yes,
and
all kind of
competition. You've got the little, what are those little cars that the little kids race? Soapbox, yeah. The soapbox. There's so many things.
Just get on out, put your mask on if the pollen gonna make
put
you
that
sneeze.
mask
Put
on,
it on
yeah.
and get on out in and enjoy yourself.
Oh, look. Pastor Lisa is reminding us that her birthday is March the 21st.
Oh, so that
and yeah. And my sister's birthday is March 22nd. I see she's on here. My son Lenny's birthday is March the 24th. And so we've got a string of birthdays, and we're going to celebrate with the girls' birthday club with a breakfast kind of thing. Y'all need to get together. Tell us about this new Black-owned restaurant that's coming to make it under construction now.
And it should be open. I got an email today from Senator Escovitz, and Jason
Black
Escovitz,
State Senator,
and he said that they should be opening in the middle of May, and of course it's going to be a breakfast restaurant, but it'll be open all day. You can get breakfast all day. You can get lunch and other items. They have
it's in the building where Michael's used to be
right there on the
located.
corner of Mulberry and 2nd Street.
Yeah.
A very good place. And of course, you got workers around there who need a good place to go and eat.
Yeah.
And I think it's just going to be tremendous for our downtown area.
There's a lot going on in Macon.
And certainly,
so much.
With Senator Escovitz owning it, it's going to be something that we can really rally around.
Yeah, and you can support a Black business too. Throw that in for good measure. That is always an exciting thing. It used to be those restaurants downtown in the morning, you would have political groups that would meet and discuss various things. And so this opening gives the opportunity for people maybe to go down, eat breakfast, see some of your local politicos.
And we've already pitched an idea to him about Thursdays maybe the first and third Thursdays of the month, of having that kind of
Uh-huh.
interchange there at the
I
restaurant.
think that would be
And
great.
he said that he liked the idea, and he said he wanted to join in it himself. So
See, that
that would be
sounds
great
good.
because he'll be a part of the making scenery,
Oh
and
yeah.
he's politically minded and can share things with us, and we can share things with him that's going on in our community. I think it's going to be a wonderful new addition to what we
I
have,
think so
because I
too.
think that we don't we hadn't had this since the Cotton Avenue Mafia,
Right.
that they used to
Right.
meet. And I said that one of the things that we'll do is we'll have the same kind of exchange of ideals and interaction of people and what is going on in our community without the spirits.
Yes,
With
without
the
the
spirits, we'll
spirits.
have
That's
coffee
right.
instead.
That's right. We don't have to have it everywhere, everywhere we go. It's not a good look on a lot of people anyway. We've been joined by none other than the legendary Herbert. In your middle name, Leroy?
Yes.
Herbert Leroy Denard. Leroy's an okay name. It's all right. But welcome, Mr. Denard. We've already talked about you and your accomplishments. We sometimes forget that you were on the Board of Tax Assessors
Yes.
and were
Teddy.
able to do a lot of stuff there. But we mentioned that as we were introducing you in your absence.
And we also need to mention about citizen advocacy. I think that
Right.
he has changed the scope of what citizen advocacy can do.
Right. Right.
And every Wednesday, he is at the LEC meeting with people who are incarcerated, helping to change their mindset so that when they are released from being incarcerated, that they can go out and perhaps have a better focus on what they need to do to make their lives better. And I
Yeah.
certainly appreciate
Yeah.
his efforts, and he brings in wonderful speakers every Wednesday so that they can have that sharing, that exchange
Right.
to make their lives better.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful initiative that
It
he started.
really is. Pastor Lisa says, hello, Mr. Informer.
Hello,
Go
my
ahead and tell us about citizen advocacy. Anything you'd like to share? The Reverend Doctor has already talked a little bit about it, but anything you'd like to share?
there are a lot of people that have intellectual disabilities, and we try to match them up with people that could help them. We matched up a person that had one that had been in a nursing home for 10 years in Macon. We matched her up with, Rosalind.
You might not want to.
Anyway, we matched
You
them up.
matched them up.
We matched them up, but the person that we matched them up stepped in and helped them get out of the
The
nursing
nursing
home,
facility. That
and
is wonderful.
they have their own facility now, and we try to do that to they feel like something that the young lady had never ever just been out of the nursing home.
Uh-huh.
Now
Uh-huh.
she got her own place. There are facilities, unless Trump changed things, where they
Oh, look, it may be changing. It's changing as we speak. We might be illegal.
but money is
program or
available
something.
for people that live outside of a nursing home, and people
Right.
come in there and help you. And we've matched several people like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes a total difference in
Oh
their life.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Back on the jail thing, you, your husband, Senator David Lucas, Dr. Henry Ficklin, and so many other people come in every week and talk to the inmates and try to make a difference in their life and try to give them a different perspective. Because so many be in jail and out of jail, in jail and out of jail.
Mhm.
And so we're trying to stop that and have them get out of jail and don't come back anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So not only does your program offer people some support there, but you also have those services that you connect with these folks. And Gwen Westbrooks with the NAACP is one who attends, who goes on a regular basis, and Gwen Westbrooks
They
is a
love Gwen Westbrook.
strong. Well, she brings some real solutions
Yeah.
to
Like
some people.
she go to the jail when their sentence come up. She talk on their behalf. Gwen Westbrook is one of a kind.
She is. You know, she's a paralegal. So when she's standing up there and people are trying to throw the law at her, she knows more than they know. And it's such an advantage. I have said over and over all the things that the local NAACP does. They need to have their own office location with a secretary to do the clerical stuff. But the state or the national, whichever one, and I'm a member, so I can talk, needs to locate and give the resources to the Macon branch, because if they're doing all this work with and having to raise their own money because y'all won't join, but you call all the time, y'all won't join, and make them stronger so they don't have to sell plates and stuff all the time. But not only do they provide these services and raise money at the same time, but all these folks are volunteers. Nobody gets paid.
Absolutely.
And you're advocates for citizen advocacy. These people are not paid. They do it because it's going to help somebody else. And that's what we ought to be doing instead of wasting our time around here trying to do some of these things that are of no consequence. We need to be doing something that's going to help other people. Which brings me, we've talked citizen advocacy. We've talked about a number of other things that you're doing. Dr. Ficklin, you've taken on another thankless job. You ran without opposition and was elected to the Bibb County School
District
Board.
2, yes.
District 2, replacing the what word should I use for Thelma Dillard?
She's been out there a long time fighting for human rights.
Oh, yes,
There's a
indeed.
word. There's a word.
And her
That's
brother-
we'll get it.
Her brother, Bert
Bert
Bivens.
Bivens.
Yeah.
It's a family.
Yeah.
And her mother was a pioneer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. But now,
And I'm honored to be in her, following after her, because I know that she has always voted right when matters counted. I know I was with her on city council, and she always would vote right, and she stands for what is right. And following after her, I'm going to try to stand for what is right as well.
I think you're doing a good job.
Yeah. You're having some similar issues as we are having, Desmond and I are having on the water board, where there's a traditional setup that does not work for people for getting information. And the media is now realizing, well, these folks are trying to hide something. What is it? So the media is doing these information requests. I know they've done several at the water board. Water board told them that they could not have a copy of the audit. Now that's the people's money. It's public information. All of us got a copy of the audit, but the media requested a copy that they pay for too, because they pay taxes and they were told that it was not yet available. And so the media, you really don't want to make the media mad, especially if you've got a lot of stuff that's not right. So anyway, if you would tell us the kinds of things that people need to know about the school board and how they can be involved and help their children more.
Well, I think that we want to encourage all parents to be involved in the education of their children. It makes for a better student when they know that their parents are involved.
Right.
And if we can get parents involved, I think that we'll be able to change some of the kinds of things that we are noticing. We have a failure list that have just come out with 22 of the 30 some odd schools we have in Macon on the failure list.
Now
And
that's unacceptable.
yeah, that's concerning. And we need to change that whole that whole set of statistics, and we can do it because our children are smart. They are really, really children who can learn,
Oh yeah.
and we need them to learn. And the
Just like
more
they learn those rap songs,
exactly
they can learn a song you say it one time and they got it. And the latest dance,
thing, yeah,
everything.
the
So
more
they can
parents,
do, yeah,
the more parents are involved, we're going to see a change in what's going on in our schools.
yeah.
Not only if when parents are involved, will it wake students up, but it work the people up who are teaching the students and who are
That's
in
right.
charge of the schools.
That's
Because
right.
sometimes, and my doctoral thesis was on school leadership,
Hmm.
and so and my whole perception of a school is that the principal is in charge of what happens in that school, and
Good or
sometimes
bad.
sometimes parents need to come so that the principal will wake up
Right.
and say, this is my responsibility to make sure that these children are successful. And I think that when parents show up, that will happen, and we need to encourage them to show up. And in addition to that, while we're talking about being involved, I've had a meeting with Garrett Williams, who is the uh, uh, I guess the CEO of the American Boy
Boy
Scouts here
Scouts,
in
yes.
Central Georgia, and he is trying to implement scouting back in our schools, our
Right.
recreation centers,
Right.
our churches, and so I've been trying to help him to have meetings. I've gotten in contact with a lot of the leaders of the various committees. Dr. Glover, he has 40 churches in the Union
Uh-huh.
Association. Reverend Freeland with the Orthodox
Uh-huh.
Association, Dr. Ward with the uh,
Evangelical
evangelical,
ministers. Yeah.
and I've got in contact with the city's uh, recreation department,
Uh-huh.
and they're all on board. And we need
Yes.
to get parents on board, because if we can get our young people involved in scouting, this is a proven,
Those are good
yeah,
games. Good
it's a
games.
proven thing that when kids get involved in, and I'm going to look up and find how many great leaders that we've had who were Boy
Oh
Scouts,
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
you'll be amazed, because right now all kids, the only thing they have to join is a gang,
Uh-huh.
and we need to get
Congressman Sanford Bishop is an Eagle
the scout.
Scout.
Yes, hmm,
Dr. Jimmy Smith,
yeah,
head of the health department,
was a scout.
was a scout, and his sons, I think, were Eagle Scouts.
Scouts, and
So there are plenty
it's
of
just wonderful
examples.
things that
Yeah,
scouting can do for our community and help to
good game.
change our young people into having some positive thoughts. And just the creed of the Boy Scout, is just something that they've never been introduced to, and they need
Hmm.
to learn how to do it. I think it'll change a lot of things in our community. So we're going to get behind Mr. Mr. Garrett Williams, and help to push scouting in our communities, in our churches, and we want parents to now begin to determine that, and ladies can also be scout leaders as
Yeah,
well, and
yeah.
to get scouting in our community, in our neighborhoods.
Hmm.
And I think we're going to see that, along with MVP. We're going to see a change in what is happening in Macon and Miller, Georgia, and we're going to make the livelihood of
Oh, I
people
think that
so
is
much better.
great. That
The
is
quality
great.
of life, we're going
Yeah.
to improve it.
Let's go to oh yeah, my sister reminds us Roy West, who
Oh yeah,
is ill now. Y'all need to remember him with cards.
yes, uh-huh.
Roy West was involved with the Scouts for many years.
Many
He
Absolutely.
sure
years, yes,
was.
he did.
And
Mhm.
not far from where this station is located, over near Central
Sure,
and
yes.
High
Mhm.
School, was the old Boy Scouts, the
yeah.
local office.
Yes, indeed.
Oh Lord, y'all got these brain cells activated, and I'm remembering a lot of stuff. Desmond Brown says, I would love to see home economics, wood shop, and brick masonry put back in the schools. This will aid in equipping our students for the workforce in our local communities. There's a real push for that, but given the way that our education is under attack, it is going to be very difficult. But on a local level, you parents can push for these different things. You live in Macon, Georgia, not Washington, D.C. or Atlanta, Georgia. So you could make a difference locally by requesting that these different things be incorporated. A few of them are in a few places, but you are absolutely right. Everybody's not supposed to go to a 4-year college.
And you talk about a magnet school, that could be a magnet for vocational
That's
kinds
right.
of
That's
skills
right.
being taught to kids, and they can do them. When we were in school, and they said that you needed to have all kind of math to go behind laying the brick, but we know that that's something that's very important in our economy is laying bricks, and we have people who come from South America who can't even speak the language, but they can lay the bricks, and they are doing quite well. So we need to teach our children, those kinds of skills,
That's right.
so that they can, have good lives
You're
and
absolutely
improve the
right.
quality of their lives, and know that it's more to life than being in a gang on a street
That's
corner.
right. Be in
and
a
doing
good
those kind of
gang.
things.
Let's
Be in a
get
good gang.
some good gangs for them. Randy Crawford said he watched Senator Lucas go to the well twice today. He was on fire today. I gotta get that. Well, there's some things going on, y'all.
Yeah.
And
because we're in the seventh day before
they've
it
only
ends,
got like
2
7 or 8
days.
more. That's right. That's right. Dr. Butler, you're so right, Desmond. Vocational skills are needed in our schools. Desmond says he was a Boy Scout
Yes.
coming up. I was a Girl Scout, whether you believe that or
Well,
not.
I was a Boy Scout.
4-H club. I pledged my. I was a Girl Scout. My sisters were old brownies. Nita and Beverly were old brownies.
I was a
We
Boy
went
Scout.
to Camp Sarah Bailey.
Yeah.
And spent
What
the
about
night.
what about Nita? What was she?
Nita was a brownie.
She was a brownie.
She was a brownie.
I was a Boy Scout with Reverend M.M. McTeer over at
remember him.
Mount Monroe Baptist Church, and I just love going there. And he would take us out, and we had a camp out on Gray Highway back over there. I can't think of the
Way
name
back.
of it, but those were some of the greatest memories of my childhood.
Pastor Lisa says she was a Girl Scout growing up. Come on, if y'all were a Girl Scout, Boy Scout, whatever, share it with us in the chat. And Desmond was with Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church, Troop 145, as a teenager. Ronnie Mays had a Boy Scout troop out at Bellevue Baptist. As far as I know, he might still. Yeah, because he was recognized a few years ago for 40 or 50 years.
Yeah, we need to continue to push scouting, and you can see the results of it with people who have been in scouting and how their lives have turned out. And I think that that's going to be one of the great things that we do in this community is reinvigorate and revive scouting for our young people. This is something that they are not familiar with, and we need to make sure that they get familiar with it.
There's somebody on here, Zoe Luis, is asking how we're doing. We're doing great. Thank you for tuning in. And people are continuing to describe Thelma Dillard as a living legendary trailblazer.
I'd like to bring something else up. Slot machines in Macon, Georgia.
Okay.
They are draining our community. Most of the people in there are Black. In this place where you play the slot machines in the different convenience stores.
And most of the slot machines are in the Black community.
Right.
They're in the Black community. And
they're in Kroger now, too.
I know they was trying to get them in Kroger.
They're in Kroger. Back
They
in the back, y'all, behind the
so
curtains.
many people are getting addicted playing there, and I watched a woman the other day lose over $1,000. I don't know, did she get a check or whatever, but she lost over $1,000. Machines are not fair.
Well,
It's
No,
not just
they're
not
gonna
only are they
win.
not
They're
fair,
gonna win. Go
they're
ahead.
illegal to be paying out money.
they pay out money.
That's what I know. They pay out money. You know, when I was teaching, and I thought they were just in there playing, and the kids said, "Mr. Fickle, there ain't nobody staying up all night
Wake
for a
up.
bag of potato chips." Said they are getting money, and I said, and it really woke me up. I said, so they are getting money, and that's illegal.
This
And if the law enforcement is not going to make it known that they are arresting people for paying out money in these places, then there's a way that they can go ahead and do it, but let it be legal, because what that does for our community is all children go in there, they see this going on, they know it's not supposed to be going on. Then what are you going to say to them about when they pick up a piece of candy and try to run out the store? You in here being
Yeah,
illegal anyway.
that's the
So
Trump
those are the kinds of things
principle.
that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to address. And I remember when I was on city council, one of the last things I said that we need to have a district for that and let the state legislature make it legal, and we have a certain district and not have it out throughout our communities illegally being operated. If we had a district, and my proposal, because now they got the medical school down there, was to put it from Walnut Street to the river. That that would be the gaming
The
district, and
gaming
you could put it
district.
there, and it wouldn't have to be in our
Well,
communities.
that may very well happen because I think in the next few years you are going to have casinos in
Yeah.
Georgia. They've just got to figure out how much money the state's going to make off of it. Because bottom line is the state's going to make that
Oh
money
yeah, they
off of
the
that
people that are making
activity.
it now, and I understand, I have nothing against the Mexicans and the Indians and everybody else. But every place that I've been in Macon, Georgia, the people that are in charge of it are not us. We don't own the convenience store. I don't know a black convenience store in Macon where selling gas and all other things. I don't know one. But they have these set up in the black community, and the black folk go in there, most of them, and pay. I've seen a guy win $3,000 or $4,000 in those stores,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
that's rarely.
and I've seen a guy win and then they refused to pay him,
That has
and
happened
he
also.
came back and asked for his money. And so one day he just took his money from the lady's hand, and they called the police. And now he's in trouble with the law because of something that they are conducting illegally, and he was caught up in that. And I think that should be something wrong with. They already were illegal in doing it, and when he was caught up in it, they should have taken them as well. It's a double standard, and those are the kind of things that we need to address in our community, because if people can go in there and have their uh, record uh, besmirched because of that they're in there gambling, then what about the folk who was running the place?
The
It
thing,
was illegal to start with.
absolutely, but the thing that bothers me, I see black folks in there losing large amounts of money playing the slot machines, and they could change it uh, some kind of way. They could set it after they pay out so much, then they'll change it where almost nothing is paid out. And so a person go in there and they just play and play and play and play.
Because the word got out that you can win right here.
Oh, you and I've seen guys see, like, you could play in some stores. You could play a quarter of a spin, but you can go up to $5. And if you hit something with $5, you get a ton of money. But
Yeah.
most of the time you don't hit, not even close, and you lose a lot of money. And I've seen people cry. They put their paycheck
I
in there.
can imagine. I can imagine. The all of these things are true, and we're getting a lot of responses in the chat with people making comments concerning it. and concerning agreement or disagreement with some of the things Don Druitt. He says he was a Boy Scout in D&G. The SPLOST vote passed. Only a handful of us voted. Well, it ended up being 5,500 people
It was that
who
many?
voted out of 115,000 voters. We should be ashamed. That's a 6% turnout, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. A decision like that is going to be in place for 10 years. I supported it now. But a decision like that that's going to be in place to impose a tax for the next 10 years, and only 6% of our citizens decided that it was important enough to go vote. However, 87% of the folks who did choose to vote, and I salute you 2 or 3 times for going to vote, 83% said yes, and then the other 7% said no. And I think it's the wise direction. I was out in front in support of the SPLOST from the very, very beginning, because I want to see our roads continue to be fixed. I want to see more money going into water upgrades, so that we don't end up like we did with the streets. All the money is gone and there's nothing to repair in our communities. So I want to see all of that done. You want to keep your property taxes low, because they are much, much lower than they've been in a long, long time. You want that to remain in this community. So all of those are good reasons for us to have supported.
Yeah, and we also have a mayor in place who is my student, uh, who has the right mindset to do things in our community that we have been complaining about needing to be done for years and years. And so he has come along and doing these kinds of things. And I'm glad that we passed the splash in such glowing numbers, because we don't know after he's gone what's going to happen. And that is why I'm supporting him for a third term, because we have seen what he has done and the record is clear. It is there. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in his office, but I'm saying that because I know his mindset. Even before he was elected, he's a good person. He wants to do good things and improve Macon. Just like just the other day, we filled up the Coliseum for the game because Southwest was there.
Right.
And
and congratulations. The county recognized the Southwest team, and Commissioner Adonis Bryant was
there.
One of them.
And the coach, Mercutio Harnett, and all those who work with him, Tobias Seldon, and I know Michael Walker, all those additional coaches that he had. They did a wonderful job with leading our young men, and I was just so proud of the way that they came out. They had on
their shirts and ties. I watched it. I
thought it was just wonderful for them to come out and look so very debonair for that presentation. And that's the kind of mindset. And we certainly salute Coach Harnett for doing and having those boys in that kind of mindset to come and get that presentation. And they really filled up the Coliseum.
And so we y'all were fantastic. You did it for Northeast.
Yes, indeed.
Had charter buses going up. It was so great to ride the bus up.
Our community is wanting to go back and do these wonderful things that we have memories about. And so we may have to just get a new Coliseum if they continue to win, and we want our kids to continue
and a new jail.
Yeah, all of those things.
And a new jail.
And that's what this money is going to bring in. Those kinds of things to our community, and so our children can be proud and they can look forward to doing some of the things that they need to do, that we need for them to do. That's going to bring really a lot of glory to our community. Let me just say this while I'm talking, and we're hoping that the Congress, I know that the House of Representatives are going home, and the Senate is still there. But when they come back, let's hope that they'll take another look at Okmulgee national historic monument
Yeah.
into making it the first historic national
National
park
Park in
in
Georgia.
Georgia. And of course, that's already going to bring in a lot of people into our area. We have just been recognized by Time Magazine as one of the best 100 places in the world to visit. So just that article by itself is going to bring a lot of people in, and East Macon is really going to be bustling with those kinds of things. And right across from what is now the uh, hotel, the Marriott Hotel, that area will be an entryway into that park. And we are just hoping that they don't take that off of the agenda to vote it in so that we can have that national park here in Georgia. So I'm just hoping that this administration will see the value in doing that for our community. And I hope that you continue to push
what
it.
administration?
hmm
What administration?
The Trump administration.
You hoping the Trump administration do what?
See the wisdom in making another national park in Macon, Georgia.
You think the Trump administration is going to do that?
I hope that
We're gonna have to pray on that.
Yeah, we're
because
praying on
that-
it, and we're hoping
all y'all out there start.
we're hoping
start
that the
praying.
House of Senate
Start
and the House
praying.
of Representatives will do it if the
The
executive
House,
branch don't do
the
it.
House, and the Senate are Republican.
I know,
They
but,
are, but elections
So you-
come up
we
next
gotta
year
next year,
again,
and
we
all
have got to
Republicans,
get
The
ready.
president,
all Republicans aren't bad.
which ones are good?
Most of them are
Which ones are good? Now,
warped.
I know you.
would
I
say
know
most of 'em are-
Dr. Henry Clay Ficklin
Ooh,
is very knowledgeable, has his PhD and everything. So I know this is not a hard question.
Oh, it's not a hard question
which
at all, for me.
which Republicans are good?
Lester Miller is one.
Oh, I didn't know he was a Republican. I didn't
the
know
great
that.
reveal.
You all reveal. You all say he's
No,
a
no,
Republican.
no.
He's been called a Republican all along.
I did
but
not know that.
He is a good
Okay.
Republican. And George Israel was a good Republican too.
Congratulations
Oh,
to
you just-
Southwest
we'll talk-
Patriots. We are the mighty, mighty Patriots. That's from
She
Lisa
changed the
Watson.
subject.
Mary, we're going to get back to, we've got to wake up and get registered and vote before we get to the midterms. Next year, there are elections for governor, and we have got to make sure that the people that we vote for, but we got to be registered first, y'all.
Yeah.
And we can't have 10,000 of us staying home talking about she ain't black. She sent folks to jail. She did this, that, and the other. We can't get sidetracked. We have got to vote in office those people who represent us well and vote out of office
Patrick
those
Davis
who don't.
has not spoken with Lester Miller nor myself.
What? Hold it. Where is that?
He said Lester supports Trump, and people who don't know need to stop running their mouth about stuff they don't know, because he have done an article on me saying I was supporting the Republicans. And I mean, if you don't know, come and ask the question before you jump out there like that, because that's a bad thing to do.
Okay, we are here to engage in discussion back and forth. Patrick Davis is our statistics guy, and we want to express
I wanna see the statistic he got.
our condolences to him and the loss of his brother. It was a very, very nice ceremony on last Friday, so we want to express our condolences to Patrick, who is a genius and has a right to his opinion. But we're going to share all sides.
That's not an opinion. That's a blatant statement. And that's not an opinion. I certainly am in sympathy with him.
Opinion, and it is he's included it in the chat, and you are saying you disagree with
I'm saying that he shouldn't jump out and say things.
Patrick, would you include your article in the chat?
Because he did an article on me that really was false. So, that gives me concern about anything else that he would write.
Okay, Herbert.
I think that we are got to register and vote. We are the majority in the city of Macon, and we could elect anybody we want to elect. We got some people on the courts. We got people up there. I go to the court. This is what I do. When I go to the Bibb County Courthouse, as defendants. Almost 80 to 90% of the folks that the defendants are black.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then
And
most
that's
of
historical too.
and most of the people that does judgment decide the judges, whether superior court, the state court, they're not. And they are I listen to the way they handle people and the way they talk to people. And the few white that end up there, it's just a different story. We need to elect some black judges. And we have the power to
You're
do.
absolutely right.
We need to get together and come up with having we have the power. Sometimes years ago we didn't have the power and they was putting everybody everywhere they wanted to be. They had judges everywhere. We couldn't do nothing, but now we can. And we need that we need to do something. We need to register and vote and we need to show
You're
up and show
absolutely
out.
right.
And we could change Macon.
Yeah.
We could absolutely change
And I
Macon.
think we've proven that in the past that, when we show up, we make changes and differences in things. And, we can go back to when we were out there when there was not many black people registered or voting. And when we were in the street, what we call beating the bushes to get them out and going to houses and making sure that they would vote and get registered to vote. And we see that we changed some things. We first started
almost getting arrested.
and almost
The
getting
police
that's right.
came after
And
us
in my
years
case-
ago when we were trying to register voters in Pleasant Hill.
Exactly.
The police were sent over there to arrest us
Yes.
for registering folks, and that hadn't been that long.
We have power.
We
You
do.
have-
We don't use
we
it.
got the registered
We got to
voters.
use it.
We got registered voters. We got the power.
And I think that the more we let people know of where we have been, maybe they'll write different stuff. But when you just get out and start doing stuff and don't know what the history is, it's fine.
Well, all right, Randy Crawford. We want to congratulate Randy. I believe Randy was inducted into the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame. If that is correct, Randy, post in the chat that is correct. And Randy reports to us that Northeast has released their boys basketball coach. Ooh.
Releasing, you mean fired him?
Yeah, or moved him to another position. If he's an instructor, he would have his credentials and his certificate and all of that, and could continue with physical ed courses and things like that. But this is saying that they released him as the basketball coach.
Wasn't he the basketball coach at Northeast that we went to Atlanta to see? The team?
That was football.
That was football.
Oh, football.
That was
excuse me.
football.
Okay.
This was basketball.
All right.
Pastor Lisa says Macon is moving forward with Mayor Miller. My sister Nita says that she hopes that some monies can go toward our water situation, repairing old pipes and so forth. I want to see that done too.
Exactly.
So that we're not left like we were with the old roads program where everybody else's streets got done. And in the majority black community, a lot was left undone, like Millerfield Road. We have a caller in just a few minutes. Caller, welcome to Ask Elaine.
Hey, hello everybody. This is Wade Horton. How you doing?
Hey Wade, how are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to make a quick comment, and I call that next week because I know you're low on time, but I just wanted to let listeners know who is concerned that this past the last Tuesday in February, the Macon Transit Authority voted to silence people for bringing non-agenda items to their meetings. And they cited that things are being said that is that they can't talk against. And I have gone to the commissioners also to let them know they have opportunity to talk back because, but not at that particular time, but every month we do an operation report. I'm talking about credit law. Anything that we say is not right, they can contest it then. But he never does say anything about it because what we say is absolutely correct. But I saw that
Ross is in the category of all the dictators like Trump. And so I wouldn't put anything past him. We're going to take a look at that, and we might just have to get our group. Well, not we might, we will get our group back together and start coming back to the Transit Authority. We thought we had some really, really strong people and some advocates for the people, for riders on that Transit Authority. And I know there are some. We are going to find out why there was that change, because we had to fight to even get that item on the agenda, where citizens were allowed to address on agenda items and non-agenda. And a number of the other entities in the community have put on their agenda, like planning and zoning, that there's a place for citizens to address. How in the world can you not have a place for citizens to address you when these same citizens are paying your salary?
Yeah, and I like the fact that you went down to the planning and zoning, and they
Oh
included,
yeah, they
you know, a opportunity for citizens to
right.
address things. And we, you know, we're glad citizens address, but we want them to come forward with the right information. Like whoever this David just said, I sound like a plant. I want to let you know that I am a plant. I've been planted in this community for righteousness and doing things and changing things for the better. And I don't know what, I'm not over talking Elaine. She's been my friend for over 40 some years, and I'm not over talking her.
Now,
and I just
you know,
talked
folks
with,
can't over talk me
that's
now.
right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was speaking with the senator the other day, and I think you should speak with him before you decide where he stands on anybody.
I want to talk about one other thing, and I know you and Elaine probably disagree with me. I heard Sanford Bishop at the program the other day, and he gave a good speech. But I am shocked and dismayed, and I love the man. He didn't say nothing about Trump. All the problems we got going on right now in Georgia, in America, all the problems, and senators and congressmen, a lot of them are not even talking to their constituents. Everybody want to know about Trump. You know, I wanted to hear. I like Stuart Chapel, and I know he gave a lot of different information. But the primary reason we want to know about Trump and what can we do.
Well, you know, Congressman Bishop has always played it safe, and I think that it's benefited him well with the kind of structure that's in the district that he represents, and what they would call blue dog Democrats. Blue dog Democrats. There were several of them up there, and they didn't get out on a limb either way. But I do agree with you. I think that now is a time that if you were a blue dog in the past, you need to become some other kind of dog now, because we are going through a type of situation that we've never gone through before. And our Constitution is really standing in the balance.
That's right.
And somebody needs to stand up and say, we are not going to allow this, and voice it so that people will understand that we are at the threshold of losing our democracy.
We are. We are.
I like the lady from Texas.
Oh yeah, Crockett.
Crockett, yeah, she's really
Crockett
good.
takes no prisoners. I like her. That's my sorority sister, as a matter of fact. Y'all, our time runs out. I am so sorry that our time runs out. But you know what? We're going to continue this next week. So I'm inviting my guests back if they're available. And we want everybody to be here at 3 in place so we can discuss these issues further, especially this education thing and what you need to be doing to help with the situation. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you, Dr. Butler.
All of you, thank you all so very much for tuning in. Herbert, Henry, thank you very, very much. And we're going to see you again next Wednesday at 3 for another edition of Ask Elaine.
Connecting the community through gospel.
The new 107.9 FM, W300EB.
Macon and WDDO.